new dance that goes like this. Now, bow your head, swing your arms, shake your hip. Now, do a dip.
Ska music is like a river. You know, sometimes a river is, and another time it's like that. That's ska music. But it goes on forever.
You done too much, much too young, and now you're married with a kid. You could be having fun with me. Come on, you done too much too young, and now you're married with a son. You should be having fun with me. Ain't take you, no we ain't. We just another welfare state.
It started in Jamaica, and it had its moment in Britain, which was around our time, and now it's having its moment in the States. It's like, a lot of musicians are getting into it and finding that it's really good fun to play it. That's what it boils down to.
The way Jamaican music is done by the heartbeat. That alone, because when you hear it, you automatically want to move. You automatically feel it, and it hits everyone the same way. The American ska scene is very diverse. It's been inundated with all different types of ska. We have like Latin ska, heavily influenced by Latin music and samba and everything else. And we have funk, a bunch of bands playing funk ska. We have a bunch of bands playing punk ska, and then we have the hybrids of what we do as well.
Yeah. This is right back in our time. It's good.
Rudy's on the run. Rudy's on care. Rudy's on the run.
They do capture the sound of what we used to do. Exactly, That's nice. Yes. Well, I'm very pleased to know that, because I have been hearing, a lot of comments that there are many groups now in America, and the amount that they told me is like over 100, and wow, that's great, So ska music is back again, and I'm very pleased.
My mother come from the parish of St. Anne's in Jamaica, and my father is from Cuba. That's why I acquired the name Rodriguez, through my father, My father was a merchant seaman, and my mother was just domestic person, you know. Everybody is very poor, you know. It's only the rich people in Jamaica can buy them children instruments. So we weren't in that category that our families could have bought us instruments. So this friend of mine bought me my first trombone. And when I buy the first trombone, everybody was glad for me, you know. So it was so shiny and pretty that my friend used to clean it for me until he clean off all the brass, you know. So it was dull, you know. Yeah. Most of the music in Jamaica at that time, you got to be playing for the tourists in hotels like Montego Bay and Ocho Rios. I really never feel good in that way, you know. So I'm always in Kingston, popularizing myself with what's going on, you know. All the great musicians come from the ghetto. There's not one rich boy who can play instrument like we. None. None. It's only poor people picnic can play like we, man. And that is an established order in Jamaica, you know. True. To be a good instrumentalist, I think you got to suffer. I think suffering is a part of being a good instrumentalist. For if you have too much of an easy life, you'll never be a good instrumentalist. You have to be a sufferer. All these years of suffering, it gives you something that the other guy who don't suffer don't have, you know. So most of the poor people are more talented, hungry, barefoot. You understand? Because in Jamaica you have two classes of people, either rich or poor. You don't have no middle class. So, because of the suffering you got through, you endure it. You endure it. So when you play, I feel when I play my trombone, I play a revolution, you know. Yeah, personally, me. It's a revolution, you know. Yeah. I'm crying out loud to the world, you know. Yes, we are the sufferers of the world.
Sally Brown, we can tell you about Sally Brown. Sally Brown is a girl in town. Sally Brown is a girl in town. Don't mess around. Don't mess around. We can tell you about Sally Brown. We can tell you about Sally Brown. Sally Brown is a girl in town. Sally Brown is a girl in town. Don't mess around. Around. Sally Brown is a sexy chick, but if you mess around with Sally, she hits you with a cocoa maca stick. Hit you with a cocoa maca stick. Hit you with a cocoa maca stick. Sally Brown.
Part of ska music is coming from the American rhythm and blues, because that's what we used to listen to in the 50s. We used to listen to a guy called Roscoe Gordon, Smiley Lewis, Joe Turner, and all these guys, and they are boogie stuff.
Like you have this boogie beat, let's call it the boogie. But instead of the is out, or the cha is in. You know, this is where I came in with my reggae, you know? And so that is how we really decided that, well, the whole thing is that, but let's make it a little different, give our own signature to the thing. Well, we had a meeting. There was a producer and myself who we sat down and we really formulated this thing like on the Sunday, and on the Monday we went to the studio. So we did the first tune, which was Easy Snapping. I was the arranger from those times. Well, when some of the people hear it when we were mixing these things now, and they come in and they start to find a dance. So I hear them saying, ska, ska, ska. So this is how this thing came in. Just like reggae too, they say, a reggae, you know. So it's almost the same experience. Rico Rodriguez, he was one of the members also on the session. And his solo, he had a solo also on that same tune, Easy Snapping.
So Lester Stewart, Lloyd Nibs, and Johnny Moore. They are the brightest musicians in Jamaica, you know. They are the stalwarts of the music. Only one man is missing from here was Ernest Ranglin. Right?
And Don
Drummond. Well, when I leave Jamaica 6-1, I never even know that they were organizing anything, you know, because I left Jamaica 6-1 December. And in about 62 or 63, they formed the Scatterlights, you know, so. I used to record with Roland a lot when Sterling and Johnny Moore. These three and Jackie Mito with Coxon, you know, Coxon, who have the record store in America.
The Studio One.
Yeah, we used to record a lot with them, you know. Well, with them time we have two tracks studio. So I mean the rhythm section up on one track and the horns and the voice up on one track. So if it goes wrong, we have to do it again. Yeah, and it was good too, because when you listen back to the sounds that we got out of two track, if you said to one and I said, well, I can't believe it, you know, so it sounds so good, you know. Or now we have 40 tracks and whatever, but them time it was only 2. And as the record make today, we go to the dance and play it on the dance floor, and people love it same time, you know. So they used to take us to the hall, you know, and tell the public that we were the ones who did the playing, and we become very popular because of that, you know. Yeah, this is my friend Gaz Mayall, who has kept the ska music going very well in England, because especially at St. Moritz Club. You can always come at St. Moritz Club.
That's the one.
And before it was Gossips.
Yeah, man.
So he's a very good man when it comes to the music scene. He does a lot for music and for musicians and for everyone, you know. Yeah.
I'm just doing my little bit. Oh man, I got a wicked tune of yours recently called Tombstone.
Yeah, man.
That's a rare one. That's the studio one. But Tombstone, written by E. Rodriguez, Emmanuel.
I never know that I had to get I could give it to the performers' rights. I didn't know that. It's just now I know this.
Well, there you go. There's another one to call the MCPS.
Sometimes they give you the rights and sometimes they put their names, you know, so it's rather strange. So they gave me that one. I didn't know. January 62. That's when I come to England. But I left Jamaica from the 6th of December. And we have a little mishap at sea, you know. When we just come here, life was so hard that we kind of used to keep close among one another. Who knew one another from Jamaica, we stayed together to give one another solidarity while the hardship was going on. So pop music was strong, you know, and our music wasn't big that time, you know. The only word that we could get is among ourselves, like, you know. If someone would be having a stage show and them invited to come and play for them, you know. But we weren't getting any jobs so much at that time. Sometimes I feel like I wanted to go home, back to Jamaica, you know. And sometimes when the ship from Jamaica used to come at Plaster in the East End, we used to go and look for our friends on the boat, you know.
That's Rico there.
I've seen it before. And most of the music on this album make it, you know. Parapinta Boogie, yeah, man.
Pink Lane Shuffle, Pink Lane Hop.
So most of the tune on this, man. All this, Cool Breeze, we playing at that too, yeah? So, tune me the left Jamaica. To me left Jamaica so long, maybe them forget some me did play upon it, you know.
You can, was it the new dance or beat called Ska? We're blessed with the best and most memorable music talents available. Right, that's Rico. So where's Rico's name in there?
Yeah, but it's only one man in the gang. It's only one man in the gang. Yeah, that play music amongst me that time. There.
You and Lester Ska Sterling, and he's not. His
don't mention him either.
No,
that must be very strange for you to find.
Yeah, but I mean that is nothing. That only make you try harder. It only make you do it better. We release a record for everybody, you know. You never have no contract. So sometimes them get it mixed up, you know. Them don't remember who did play on the session. So two drummer's name was in everybody's mouth. Them just put drummer. But I play upon more on this than him, and I don't get a mention. Out of sight, out of mind.
So how does it make you feel?
Well, I mean, I still playing to the best of my ability, so it don't make me feel no way, you know. No, my true friends in the street,
they know what's going on.
Know what go on, you know.
Millie. My boy lollipop, you make my heart go giddy up. You are as sweet as candy. You're my sugar dandy.
I gave Millie Small her very first hit, My Boy Lollipop. And this was when I went to England and do that. So as you notice, this was much faster than most car. This is why we had to put it at that speed to make it interesting to the English audience, you know. Yeah, Millie. This is something that I always remember because when I went to England, the only person that was a Jamaican on this recording was the first trumpeter. And the rest of musicians, they were all English people. And it was very, you know, it was an experience for me to really teach these people how to play Jamaican music, you know. But I think it came out okay.
Well, I was a musician from Jamaica, and as I said, I came over here to try and better off my position musically. And when I came here, 1960, there was 2 of my records that was pirated, selling on this all over England. It's now people recognize that I was the man that brought it to England. Only that I didn't make money like people who came after and make money, put on dark glasses and pork pie hat and all these things. I've been wearing dark glasses and pork pie hat years now, before anybody was born. Like I was in the paper a few months ago with dark glasses and pork pie hat, and the stupid writer said, "Oh, Laurel Aitken is trying to look like the Specials." I've been wearing and doing that, playing that music before they were born.
Oh, baby, mad about you, baby. Oh, baby, 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 I'm mad about you. When I saw you in the park, said that we would never part. Got somebody new. Don't you break my heart in two, baby. Mad about you, baby. Oh, baby, 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 I'm mad about you. Baby, mad about you, baby. Oh, baby, 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 I'm mad about you. When I saw you in the park, said that we would never part. Now you got somebody new. Don't you break my heart in two, baby. Mad about you, baby. Oh, baby, 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 I'm mad about you. Let me hit somebody, somebody.
Everything I did in Jamaica when I was there was a hit. And everything I did when I came to England was a hit. But it was a hit within the minority of people, because people didn't know about the music. I listen to what people want. You don't go and ask people. You walk and hear people talking. What do you get what I mean? And you produce that kind of record. It's like I did a song called Landlord and Tenants. People didn't have nowhere to live, because in those days a white person wouldn't rent a black person a room or a flat. So these black men, they bought the place and rent them out. This week he said, well, I want you to give me £3 a week, you know. And next week when he comes back, he tell you that he wants £5 a week. And you pay him because you don't want to live on the street. And that was happening all over in the black area in Britain. So every corner that you used to go, you hear people talking about all the landlords are lifting up, raising the rent, etc., etc. And by hearing this, I just went and I made Landlord and Tenants.
Jungle and drum and bass is all from the same roots. The music's very much rooted in Jamaican reggae and drums and bass patterns, funk, reggae, ska. It's all from the same root, really.
Uh-huh.
So it's to me there's no conflict. I can throw in the odd ska tune or reggae tune into a jungle set, and it's all the same roots, but it's just more stripped down there, to the drums and the bass. All the instruments were playing different patterns that that weave together, you know, to make a whole thing. That's what interested me. Whereas, you know, a lot of rock music, all the, you know, the drummers thrashing away, the bass players thrashing away, the guitarists thrashing away. But it was that kind of jigsaw thing that I thought was really interesting. I think you know, if you were going to analyse it, what it is like one person's playing the offbeat, so if anyone goes slightly out of time, that corrects it. It automatically corrects itself because there's someone else that you can depend on. So it's that whole thing of a band weaving together, you know. The specials were the first people to go back, you know, because I mean, Jamaican music doesn't really go back. It's always developing and changing. There's always been you know, being original is very important to Jamaican music. So, you know, we came from outside and then we were the first people that went back 20 years, you know, but that was just because it was the end of the punk thing, and you know, we were trying to fuse punk and reggae, but reggae was very slow music at that time. Well, it wasn't really, but it seemed slow. And the ska just got the crowd going. It had much more energy.
Messing around. Better think of your future. Time is straighten right out, creating problems in town. Routine, a message to you. Routine, a message to you. Around, time you straighten right out. Better think of your future, else you wind up in jail. Routine, a message to you. Routine, a message to you.
It's the first time I ever play so regular in England, you know. And I mean earning money, you know. I used to always play, not earning money, but to be earning money and playing at the same time was a privilege, you know. And most of my Jamaican friends, when I drive in the taxi with them, message to you, they would be playing on the radio. I say, Rico, you're the man, you know, and good feelings, you know, amongst the Jamaican community for me, you know. Everybody was happy for me in that sense.
The National Front were organising in Britain. There was a lot of racism around. It was quite a volatile time, you know, and it was like trying to get black and white music together, you know, and a united kind of vibe about it. And that's, you know, it wasn't a heavy thing. It wasn't like we sat down and thought about it. It was just feeling, you know. In fact, when I designed the two-tone label, I didn't think of that at all. You know, the black and white checks, people thought it was to do with black and white unity. It was nothing to do with that at all. It just was a design that I happened to think of, you know. It's just like, but people put that on it, and that was fine, you know.
You're working at your leisure to learn the things you need. The promises you make tomorrow carry no guarantee. I see your qualifications. You got a PhD. I got one art level. It did nothing for me. Working for the rat race. You know you're wasting your time. Working for the rat race. You know, friend of mine. You plan your conversation. to press the college bar. Just talking about your mother, and that is Jack you are. You wear political t-shirt and sacred college scar, discussing the world situation, but just for a laugh. You'll be working for the rat race. You know you're wasting your time. You're working for the rat race. You know that I'm fine.
It was a real shock because like, overnight we would, you know, 1 minute we were just playing in little clubs, the next minute the record was in the charts, and it all went really crazy, you know. It's like a real big thing, you know. You know, everywhere we went, everyone was dressed like us. It was a bit strange. But in Japan, more than anywhere else, like there, it was really... We played to places in Japan where every single person in the whole place, without any exception, was dressed in black and white. And that was a bit freaky, you know. It's just like, what's going on there?
You'll be working for the rat race. You know you're wasting your time. You're working for the rat race. You know that I'm fine. Just working at your leisure to learn the things you don't need. The promises you make tomorrow, you carry no guarantee. I see the qualifications you got PhD. I got one automobile. It did nothing for me. Working for the rat race. You know you're wasting your time. You're working for the rat race. You know that I'm
You know, we had these ideals and everything, like that everyone could get on stage, and it wasn't like them and us, the band, and everyone looking up to the band. And so we used to get people on the stage, but the trouble was eventually it started getting really dangerous for the kids, you know, because like you say, the stage has collapsed. You know, once the PA step fell over, it was amazing that nobody got hurt, so it was really hard to keep it under control.
We'd love to go home, actually. We don't do this for pleasure. Just stay back.
We played in Dublin once, and there the stage was really dangerous. It just wouldn't take the weight of people, and we told the kids that sorry, but you can't come on the stage. It's too dangerous, and they got it into their head. It was I don't know. They decided it was because they were Irish, and we let the English kids on the stage, and we wouldn't let the Irish kids, and it was like nearly a riot. And actually, that was like after that we just. You know, I'd had enough by then. I think everyone had had enough, so it's like we had to stop playing, basically. So it was the kids that destroyed the specials, not us, you know.
This one is to all the skinheads all over the world. Hit it from the top to the very last drop. Skinhead! When a skinhead walks on the street, every chica skips a beat. When a skinhead walks down the street, every chica skips a beat. Skinhead!
Before I was in the band, I was really heavily involved with Sharp. And
Sharp?
Skinheads Against Racial Prejudice. And I realized from that, the more that we would go out and with signs and picket and, you know, protest all these different things, the more they would too. And the more they'd be out in the streets, the more they'd be on the television. And then when I said, wait a minute, this is stupid. If we back away from this, if we stop, it stops. And it has. Not completely, but as far as it being in the news every day and, you know, innocent people getting beat up by a group of skinheads, that stuff doesn't happen as much as it did. So we keep it out of our music as well.
I mean, there were times when we got attacked by National Front and things. The coach got attacked and things, but on the other hand, there's another side to it. Is like, you know, the idea was to get through to those people and maybe change their minds or whatever. So, you know, the other way is to go and you're just playing to a load of students who you're preaching to the converted anyway.
You see, I'm not into politics, you see. I'm into music. I'm into music. And many times when I was down, not playing much, and I play, I get lots of skinheads come to see me. So I love them. I don't like them, I love them. I love them. Probably they don't love me from the heart. But I know lots of them love me as well. I sing the song that they like to hear, and that makes me happy. So right wing, left wing, north wing, it doesn't matter to me. If you like my song, then you want me to sing for, I sing it. That makes me happy.
The chicken sing and they're looking cute in the braces and the bubble boots. The chicken sing that they're looking cute in the braces and the bubble boots. Skinny! Down the street, every chicken skips a beat when it's skinhead. Walks down the street, every chicken skips a beat. Skinhead, 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 skinhead. Solo, solo, solo.
Politics, yes, are important, but there's enough people out there stabbing each other in the back and trying to make it happen that we can pull away from it and let them do their thing, because if we're this little band barking up a big, huge tree called government and politics, it's a waste of time. I don't want to waste all my fun years. Maybe after I'm 40, you know, right now I'm enjoying myself too much. We've married countless amounts of people on the dance floor. People have come to us and said that we met while dancing to a specific song that you guys were playing, and now we're getting married, or now we're married, or now we have children. Those kind of politics between people. It's people getting together and getting along. That's the thing that counts. Well, we seem to have a tree falling in our way, and they told me, I only woke up and it was here. I think they said something about Laurel Aitken heard that we were coming. So he pushed the tree in the way in order to keep us from playing tonight. So we called in our guys. That's Fred. Fred! Fred! He can't hear me, he's working. Fred is gonna move the tree for us right now. He's a good guy, Fred. I've known him for a long time. There's the first piece. It's a big tree. Laurel Aitken's a big guy. We had trouble with him in the past. Normally, like, he'd push our bus over or something. He thinks this stuff is funny. So, yeah. So now we're, watch out. Careful. Dangerous business, Ska. You know. Heavy competition. Heavy competition. I don't know what you say the monkey won't do. I don't know what you say the monkey won't do. One Saturday morning I woke up late. I found a little monkey outside me gate. I went outside to investigate. The monkey was swinging the latest dance craze. I don't know what you say the monkey won't do. I don't know what you say the monkey won't do. Now when I dance a ska, monkey dance ska too. And when I wash, monkey wash too. I don't know what you say the monkey won't do. I don't know what you say the monkey won't do. We used to go to the big reggae festivals and the ska shows all around the area. And we were always looking for the kind of ska that we like to play and listen to now, the old 60s Jamaican rock steady and reggae. But we never found it. All the bands were playing ska, real fast. And that was cool, but it wasn't what the ska that we wanted, So the DJs in between the bands would play the rock steady and the ska, so that's when we'd all go out and do the dancing,
We'd play the old stuff.
Yeah, we'd go out and take our girlfriend out and dance, and it was cute and everything. So we inevitably decided to do a band of our own, to play the music for our friends and for ourselves.
That whole retro thing now is kind of caught on in the States now. It's like 20 years on. There's a big swing revival and a big ska revival, which is great, but me personally, I never wanted the specials just to be, just play ska for the rest of our lives. I wanted to take that music and then develop it in our own direction, and create something that was original.
Ska has been in underground music since the 60s because of the Beatles and Elvis and all that other shit. Not shit, good music, but because of that, And it'll always be there. It'll always be waiting for a band to make it legitimate. Right now, punk rock is going through a legitimacy stage, whereas there's bands like, like Rancid and the Offspring and all these other bands who are playing punk rock on a radio level, which is something that really wasn't achieved before by more than one band at a time. So it's a new time for all the underground types of scenes and movements. And I believe that, I think that ska has a place there as well.
If you do something from the past and you just keep playing it, because it's in the past, you can't go anywhere because it's always got to be in the past, so you just go round and round in circles playing the same thing for the rest of your life. And I think that's fair enough for the people that invented that music and that originated it. That's great, because they originated it, they've got every right to keep playing it. But for someone like us who copied it, it's like, don't want to just keep doing that forever, It's like...
When I keep saying legitimacy, it's because parents, almost before the kids sometimes, are coming up to us and going, you guys are really creating music that's good for us, as well as our kids. Our kids love you, but we love to come and see you too. And that's you gotta admit, if you're in a band, that'd be fucking cool. A lot of punk rock bands, no punk rock band will ever have that. As far as popular music, it would have to be pop music that has that same appeal.
All the wonderful things in life you can find, they all can be yours with the right frame of mind. If you look and you'll find there are no secrets to hide. Leave your problems behind, leave your problems behind. Hepcat in the front, Jamaica, forget buff. Raise your glass and respect and tip your friend. But no worries, there's no worries. Imagine that you're sailing on the big blue sea, just you and your VPRO for company. Rocking the boat on the trailing road. You'll never forget how you love us so. your glass and respect and keep your friend. But don't worry, friends, no worry.
What was your first tune for Cox and Dad? Shuffling Jug?
Yeah, and Betrayal.
Murder, man.
Yeah. Touch.
Streets, Shuffling Jug. The other night we played that, man.
Man, I know the history, yeah.
History of Jamaica music, man. Murder.
When you go to Japan, everybody wants to play Jamaica music. When you go to Germany, everybody wants to play Jamaica music. In Jamaica, we say, well, I can't believe it. For the music we play 30 years ago, the people love it so much now than the now music, you know. So our music have a lot of bite in it. It have a lot of authority. The stone that the builder refused become the chief cornerstone. We weren't financially rewarded, but at least our music went out to the world, you know. And I think that is greater in the long term, because maybe if I had got money, I would be settling down with my money, and I wouldn't be dealing with music anymore, you know. So everything is for a good purpose. Everything is for a wise reason, you know.
How long will you live? Always to receive and never to give. Those doors that never trouble you. Listen, talkative, how long will you live? Take your waist and your tongue, they have to let you down. But if they let you down, we gonna know that you are wrong. So stop and you're talking, cause I ain't gonna stop. Listen, talkative, I know you feel me. And you see others cut. Bip, bop, boom, better hope you're gonna get. Listen, talkative, I know you will regret. If your feet and your tongue, they have to let you down. If they let you down, think of no matter you around. So stop on your talking, cause I ain't gonna stop. Listen, talkative, I know you will regret it.